CBN Naira redesign affects politicians, vote buyers more than the masses. Ozekhome says, yeah, son, all right, senior advocate of Nigerian son, Mike Ozekhome has said that the CBN Naira redesign is affecting politicians and vote buyers more than the masses. The reason being that they have heaped huge amount of money, especially the old Naira note, in preparation for vote buying. Now the CBN governor and Buhari's government has hit them below belt, and now they are crying, running up and down. Okay, and most of them are all these senior politicians and even all the governors of the 36 states that are also fronting for both their governorship, their senatorial and presidential or party agenda in their state. Most of them are governors. Okay, now with the CBN ruling, they just can't spend that money. Nobody's going to take it from them. Now, wow, it's quite unfortunate for a country like this, where a few politicians were benefiting from the huge table of resources for the nation. Okay, and keep the citizens to remain downtrodden forever. It's not going to work. So, Senate Mike Ozekhome, the son, has come out now to say that the Naira redesign is affecting politicians and vote buyers more than the masses, and that is true. That is the truth. Mike Ozekhome, a senior advocate of Nigeria, says the Naira redesign policy has affected the politicians, elites, political elites, and their vote-buying allies more than Nigerians. Ozekhome said the Naira swap policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria has not affected the masses like the political class. He spoke while featuring on Channels TV the 2023 verdict in response to the Supreme Court's ruling that temporarily stopped the federal government from extending the deadline for the Naira swap. According to Ozekhome, it affects politicians and vote buyers more than ordinary citizens, and that is true. The way it affects the citizens is that they just need the money for daily bread. They just want to eat. They don't have big agenda. That is the truth. But politicians, what to eat is not their problem. Their problem is vote buying, where they have heaped huge amount that if not allowed to spend it, it will become wasted under their roof. They kept this money in their houses and nobody is asking questions. This is one of the big advantages of having huge cash in the house. It's a very big advantage of having huge cash in the house. Okay, it's very bad. So let's see what Ozekhome has more to say. But the people, okay, because a voter usually registers near his or her home. In some isolated cases, they have registered at a location far from their homes. But the people that would be most hit by this policy are the politicians, at times using the ordinary man and woman as surrogates to protest and barricade roads so as to show how bad the policy is, because they no longer have access to cheap money. Okay, noting that banks are owed by most politicians, the senior advocate lamented that the country has been captured by non-state actors, by the elites. There are some individuals that are now richer than Nigeria on our 21 trillion budget, he added, and that is true. Okay, he added. So the problem here is that the politicians are what's hit by the policy, and that is why they are going to court, and especially the APC party, because APC is actually the party that is spearheading all of this. Okay, and that's why they have to receive the heat. You cannot go to court now. When issue of ASU was on ground, you didn't go to court. When we had other challenges, you didn't go to court. All right, when government is failing on all fronts and you are benefiting, you will not go to court. Now you are going to court because you are what's hit. That is true. And we are just calling the three governors of Kaduna, Zamfara, and Kogi. It's all the 36 governors actually. So these three governors were just bold enough to step out on behalf of themselves and the masses as they claim. But actually what they're doing is actually the interest of all the 36 state governors, because they all want the extension so that they can spend the money they have stashed in government houses and in their personal houses for vote buying. And Emefiele knows what he's doing. That is the truth. The guy knows what he's doing. He wines and dines with them. He knows their secret. He knows exactly what they are doing. All right? He knows exactly what they are doing. So the truth is, the political class is crying, and they are likely going to cry more than the citizens. The fact again is that the citizens are just looking for money to sustain their day-to-day survival. Okay. Meanwhile, the politicians actually surviving day-to-day is not their problem. Their problem is the huge billions of naira that they have stashed in their houses and in government houses in readiness for the election, for vote buying. Buying and officials, buying other ad hoc staff to conduct election, buying influential people, buying everybody to be sure that they have exactly what they want to influence the outcome of the election. But it's not going to work for them. That vote buying, which is a major tool, is dying now. APC has used it to survive for 8 years, and it has to end now. It has to end now. Now, some people have written some comments here. Let's see what they are writing. Someone say, let the deadline, okay, for on the 10th stand. It is really affecting Jagaban. And that is true. And that's why Jagaban is the first person to cry out. Now we know why he's crying out. You know, he came out to cry out that all the fuel scarcity that is lingering, all the Naira note scarcity that is lingering is all geared towards frustrating his presidential ambition. And then quickly, the Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai supported him. Okay, and not too long after that, a news came out of how they have stacked 22.5 billion naira cash at Kano for vote buying by APC. Okay, so we now know that APC, it's a Jagaban's plan. That is truth. And so that is why he's badly hit and is looking for a way to scatter the country. Somebody say, you're a fool, so it is not affecting you, all right? No. The way it's affecting normal man, it's not the way it's affecting politicians like Jagaban. That is even what Ozekhome is saying here. Okay? So I didn't expect this type of statement from the learned think. What are you saying? He said, I said the truth. He has said the truth. So I say, this is quite unfortunate coming from a legal luminary. This obnoxious CBN policy affects masses more. It affects everybody. This guy must be talking from their part. Now, see those claiming to be by civilians' sides now choose to go against the civil rights. You are saying the right thing, right? Okay, right, the deadline, right, the decline is okay, but let the CBN bring out the new note and stop holding it. Okay, so the question is this CBN that is holding it? Because the money they printed, they've distributed, and they have seen them being hidden by bank managers. Because these senior politicians have also gone to buy the bank managers not to release the money. And that is why the security agencies are moved from bank to bank, arresting bank managers and some bank staff for holding the money. Okay, so the money, if the banks should release the money that they have given to them, I don't think there will be too much crisis. Unfortunately, the banks have colluded with the politicians to hold the money so that they can get their own share as well. That is it. It's a case of who knows who. Who do you know? So politicians have identified some bank managers and bought them over. And some of them are holding it. That is why the security agencies are going from bank to bank, searching those ones holding the Naira. And they started with Abuja. And they've arrested some people already. And have found some banks new Naira notes in their votes where they refuse to distribute to the masses. So you now see that at certain levels, we are also a problem to ourselves. Why would bank allow itself to be influenced by politicians? Quite unfortunate. So that is what Michael Ozekhome son is saying here, okay, that the Naira redesign policy is affecting high-class politicians more than the masses. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment.